Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So this is gonna be a book haul. I'm very excited. I feel like my last book haul wasn't that long ago, but I have accumulated some books. Not all of them I bought. Some of them my mum gave to me, some of them my sister gave to me secondhand, books she didn't want. Others I did buy. I actually also won a few giveaways. So we have a variety of books. I think I have 17 in total. So yeah, I'm very excited. I love filming book hauls. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you've read any of these books, please let me know your thoughts. So yeah, let's get into it. First, we have King of Sloth by Anna Wong. This is the fourth book in the Kings of Sin series. I've read the first and second book. I still need to read the third one, King of Greed, but I did get King of Sloth. I've been really excited for this book. I saw glimpses of the two main characters in this book, their like banter and relationship in King of Pride, and I was giggling and kicking my feet just from the interactions I saw between the two of them. So I'm very excited, although when I read King of Wrath I was really excited for King of Pride because we got glimpses of the two characters in that book, but then I was very disappointed by King of Pride. So I don't know if I should lower my expectations or maybe I'll end up loving this book. I have seen a lot of positive reviews, but so far King of Wrath was a 4-star book. It was a fun, quick, easy read. King of Pride was a 3.5 stars. It was a very boring book, to be honest, in my opinion, and since I was so excited for it, I was left very disappointed. And I haven't read King of Greed. Hopefully I read that soon, just so I can get to King of Sloth. I'm very excited. This one is also a lot thicker than the other books, I think. The cover is so beautiful. I think it's a reverse Grumpy X Sunshine, so the female main character Salone is grumpy, whereas Xavier is Sunshine. I think Salone is his publicist, and she's trying to like keep him in line. She's kind of very serious from what I've seen of her in the other books, whereas Xavier is easygoing, loves to have fun. I'm really excited to see their dynamic and see how this plays out. Next, we have Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. I've seen this book going around for maybe like the past 6 months, and I've really wanted to read it. I haven't seen really any negative reviews, but nothing where people are like obsessed with it, I feel like. So I was a bit hesitant on whether I wanted to buy the book or just read it on Kindle Unlimited, but the covers in this series are so gorgeous. I just really wanted it. So even if I don't love it, I will be happy to have this cover in my book collection because it's just so pretty. I'm actually planning to read this book very soon. I think it'll be the next book I read. Look out for that in a reading vlog coming soon. Luke is Emmy's brother's best friend, which is a very fun trope, I feel like. So I'm very excited. I don't know much else about the book. I typically like to go into books blind. Like, I like to know a bit. Like, I watch reading vlogs all the time, so I'm destined to know what a lot of books are about, and obviously I want to know what books are about before I buy them. But like, I usually don't even really read the blurb of books. I usually just hear some stuff about it, think I might like it, and so I buy it, and then I go into it. I'm very excited for this book. And then I did get Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. I bought these separately. I bought, like I said, Done and Dusted because the cover's so pretty and I wanted to give this book a go. And then I went book shopping again and I saw this cover and I was like, you know what? I might as well buy it as well because the cover is so pretty. And like, look at her. She looks so good. She looks so good. Her hair, her overalls, everything. I wish I was her. He's alright. She is a star. Her tattoos, oh my god, I love her. Also the backgrounds, like the sunset. This cover is a masterpiece, okay? I love to appreciate a good book cover. Also, I feel like so many romance books now have cartoon covers, and I don't mind it. Some of them are really cute, some of them are kind of boring. This one I feel like takes it to another level. It's like cartoon cover elevated. Anyways, I don't remember what this book is about. I guess I'll find out when I read it. They're really the most gorgeous books, and I think there's going to be more in the series. I think it's interconnected standalones and it's in the same like small town maybe. I'm excited. The next book is Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I have actually already read this book. I read it last week. It will be my last reading vlog reading dark romance books for the first time, but I gave this book a 2.5 stars, which is a really low rating for me. Did not like this book. I'm probably going to unhaul it at some point. I'll put it on my shelf for now, but then at some point when I do another book unhaul, this will very likely be going. Kind of regret buying this book. Anyways, this next book I also read before the coffee gets cold. This is Japanese translated literature. I rated this book a 4 stars. And I really enjoyed this book. This book has been on my Goodreads TBR, or like on my radar, for a really long time. Since I probably started booktube, I have heard about this book and wanted to pick it up, but I never did, I guess. But I finally actually bought it and read it, and I really enjoyed it. It has 4 short stories. I felt like all of the stories were really good. The next book we have is Mountains Made of Glass. It says a fairy tale retelling. What fairy tale does this retell? This is a very short fantasy romance. Oh, there's art at the back. Oh, I low-key got spoiled. Wait, I'll cover it up so you guys see. Oh my god. Oh, that's so pretty. It looks like this is a standalone fantasy romance. It says, all Jalessa's, I think that's how you say her name. All Jalessa's life, her home village of Elk, has been cursed, and it isn't a single curse, it is one after another, each to be broken by a villager, each with devastating consequences. When Elk's well goes dry, it is Jalessa's turn to save her town by killing the toad that lives at the bottom. Except the toad is not a toad at all. He is an elven prince under a curse of his own, and upon his death, his brothers come for Jessela, seeking retribution. Ah, wait. Is this a Princess and the Frog retelling? I love The Princess and the Frog. I think that's my second favorite Disney movie. My first is Tangled, which is my like all-time favorite movie ever. I think Princess and the Frog is second, or Beauty and the Beast. Oh my god, I'm not gonna read it anymore. This sounds so good. I love that it's short, and I think it's a standalone. But maybe she has like, I don't even know. Maybe I should actually have a look before I just start saying things, but it might actually be a mix of different fairy tale retellings. It has a beautiful map at the start. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this. Since we're on the topic of Disney movies and Disney retellings, I might as well show you guys this. This is very different from the other books I've been hauling in this video. I didn't know if I should include this, but I might as well. I got a Tangled movie collection book. This was only $5, and like I said, I love Tangled. It's my favorite movie. It has always been my favorite movie. Since I watched Tangled, it's been my favorite movie, but even before then, the Barbie Rapunzel movie was like my favorite movie, so I guess I've always just loved Rapunzel. And this is just like a storybook of the movie. It has all the beautiful pictures from the movie, and it has basically the story. I actually haven't read it yet. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I love it so much. So this isn't like a typical book in a book haul, but I thought I'd just show you guys. Okay, next we have the Sevene Slip by Ashley Poston. This book is very popular at the moment. Ashley Poston's other book, The Dead Romantics, I actually wanted to read when it was going around, but then I kind of forgot about it. This book has been going around a lot recently on like booktok, booktube, and I've just heard so many amazing things about this book, and so I just really wanted it. Wait, I don't know how to even explain this plot. The female main character meets this man. He's like 7 years in the past, but they have a romance together. That sounds really interesting for a romance book, to have like a magical plot in the book. Her other book, The Dead Romantics, I think the male main character is actually a ghost, which sounds really good. So I love her like magical spins on her books. I've just heard so many amazing things about the male love interest and the writing and everything, so I'm very excited for this book. This book I'm very excited for. I think I've said that for every single book, but this one I'm really excited for. We have Caught Up by Liz Tomford. This is the 3rd book in the Windy City series. I actually haven't read the first book because I haven't heard the best things about it, but I read the second one, The Right Move, maybe a few months ago, and I gave it a 4.25. I did really enjoy it. I didn't love it, but this book I have been really excited for because it's a single dad nanny trope, which I love that trope. I actually haven't read a lot of books with that trope, but I just eat it up every time. Something about it is so good, and I love kids in books, which is a very unpopular opinion, I know, but I love kids in books. I think the kid in this book is actually like a baby or very young. The male main character plays for Chicago's MLB team, He's a single dad looking after his son, and he's constantly searching for a nanny. Every nanny he has, I think he doesn't think they're good enough or there's issues, and he just needs someone to look after his child that can like work with his schedule. And that's where Miller comes into the picture, I think. She's a pastry chef. That's all I really know. I saw a bit of Kai in The Right Move and I was really excited for his book. Oh wait. Oh, the nanny, Miller, is his coach's daughter. That reminds me of Flawless, which is the book I'm currently reading. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say this, but I'm really excited for this book. The next book. What you are looking for is in the library. I'm pretty sure this is Japanese translated literature. I love Japanese translated literature. I just really enjoy those books. I don't think I've had a 5-star Japanese translated literature. They're all usually in like the 4-star range, but I always really enjoy them. And they're usually just like short, fun, heartwarming, nice reads. So I wanted to pick this up. I don't even know what this book is about. The back of the book literally only has like a few sentences, so I don't know what this book is about, but the cover is really all I need to see to want to pick up this book. It has a cat and has a library, books, plants, all I need to know. So I'm very excited and I have heard a lot of good things. Okay, next book is The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I wasn't gonna buy this book. When this was really popular, I saw a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people really liked the first book and then didn't like the other books in the series. I've even heard some people say to not even bother continuing the series, like just read the first one. And that kind of put me off. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to pick up this book. But for some reason, when I was in the bookstore, I was really drawn to it and I just really wanted it. So I picked it up. It is about, I think, a vampire. There's a trial. It's a fantasy romance. That's all I really know. I think the female main character is a human, whereas the male main character is a vampire. I actually haven't read a lot of vampire books and I want to read more. So yeah. Also, the cover is really pretty. Oh, okay. This next book I won in a giveaway. Adiana, who also has a booktube, she had a giveaway. And I got Rock Bottom Girl. I also got The Spanish Love Deception, but I already own that book, so I'm going to be giving it to someone else. But I have never read A Lucy Score. I do have Things We Never Got Over. I have considered unhauling that book so many times, but I haven't yet, just because I haven't heard good things about it. It's like a popular BookTok book. I feel like some people really hate it, some people love it, and I feel like I'm not gonna like it. I don't know. I just haven't been drawn to picking it up, but I have wanted to read other Lucy Score books, Rock Bottom Girl being one of them. Her books are massive, but I really want to get into her books. So I'm really happy I have this. But I have heard quite a few good things about this book, so I'm excited to read it at some point. I feel like I'm going to put it off for a while since it is so big, but I'm excited to finally read a Lucy Score book at some point. Ooh, okay. Next we have The Deal by Elle Kennedy. This is the first book in the Off-Campus series. This is such a popular romance series. I feel like it's been circulating on like BookTok and BookTube for years. And I've always wanted to give it a go, but I've always been like nervous since it is such a long series. And the original covers I never liked. They're like people's faces. The covers have been redone, and so I'm very happy about that. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the new covers, but like they're better than the other ones. It is a hockey romance. I think they're all hockey romances. Oh, actually the other books in the series look cute. I love the colors. I'm excited and I'm very nervous since it is such a well-loved, popular series. I am nervous to get into it. I think this author also started another series, which is like the couples in these books' children, if that makes sense. I think they're also all college hockey romances, which I haven't read many of. I have these two books my sister gave me. So we have This Winter by Alice Oseman and we have Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I actually have read This Winter. I read it a year ago, I think. I borrowed it from her and read it. I don't know why she gave these to me. I thought she liked Alice Oseman books. Anyways, I have already read this book, but I'm happy to own it now. I did enjoy it. I also have Radio Silence, which I've been wanting to read. It is YA. I'm not the biggest fan of YA, but I do really like Heartstopper. I've really wanted to give one of her like other standalone YA books a go. So yeah, I don't know when I'll pick this up, but I feel like it'll be a really quick read. So far, all of the Alice Oseman books I've read have been very heartwarming and also have had a lot of representation for mental health, which I really like, especially for the younger people and teenagers to be reading it. This next book I have is Alice in Wonderland. This edition is so gorgeous. I already own Alice in Wonderland, but I saw this in the thrift store and I really wanted it. It was also in the children's section, which I guess this is a children's book, but it's like a classic. So I feel like I don't understand how children would read this book. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't read it myself. I just happened to be near the children's book section and I saw this and I was like, you're coming home with me. You are coming home with me. This edition is so gorgeous and it has pictures throughout that are so pretty. I love it. I'm really happy to have this book. Oh my god, I didn't see these pictures before. I thought I had seen all of them. I do need to read Alice in Wonderland at some point. I have so many classics on my TBR I haven't gotten to because I'm just so nervous to read them. I have read some classics before, but I've just been putting them off because they take me so long to read. And it's hard to fit them into any of my reading blogs since they do take longer, but I need to at some point. These next two books were also from my sister. We have Carrie? I feel like I'm not saying that right, but I don't know how else to say it. Carrie. Anyways, by Stephen King. My sister has had this book for a while and I've really wanted to read it, but I just haven't gotten to it. I think it's either thriller or horror, which I have never read before. And I'm planning to do a reading vlog where I read thriller, horror and mystery books for the first time, but I've been putting that video off for like a year at this point. I think I'll finally do that video around Halloween, but this is possibly a book I will read in that video. I have seen like clips and stuff from the movie. I feel like it's a very well-known movie and book. It is Stephen King. But yeah, I'm really happy that now I have my sister's copy. And I also have Misery by Stephen King. I actually have watched this movie. Surprisingly, I never watched like thrillers or horrors, but my mum was watching it and I was like, let me have a look. And I actually like really enjoyed it, even though I was terrified. It wasn't too scary actually. It was like okay. I probably did have a nightmare, but it wasn't too bad for me. But I'm not going to make a habit of watching scary movies more often. I don't know if I'll actually read the book, since when I watch a movie or a show, I never read the book after because I already know what happens and I always want to be consuming new content. I hardly ever reread stuff or rewatch stuff unless it's like my favorite movies and shows. But I still want to have it since I really enjoyed the movie, and these like mass paperback Stephen King books are really cute. I like how they look, very worn in. I don't know if these were even secondhand or if my sister just like destroyed them. It's probably my sister destroying them. Maybe I should read this at some point. I have gone through every book in this book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, please let me know if you've read any of these books and tell me your thoughts on them. I have a book Instagram and a book TikTok if you want to follow those. I also have a Goodreads. I have an Amazon wishlist if you want to check those out. They're always linked down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It really helps my channel. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Bye.